Now, back in 2022, I had the Rivian R1T Launch Edition. It was super fun and exciting. Every time I drove it, people were giving me the thumbs up. And honestly, it was a super cool car to drive. Now, here's the thing with Rivian, and tell me if you feel it too in the comments below. I don't know what it is. It's with the materials, the colors, the lighting. Maybe it's the removable speaker and the flashlight. It gives me some feeling and it makes me happier. It makes me want to go outdoors and do fun stuff, which is apparently their motto. The R1T was Rivian's first car ever. Now, a few months later after that, the Rivian R1S started coming to Irvine. They were super rare to see, but I was happy to see Rivian was doing something else besides a truck, like an SUV. However, there was no real reason for me to get another three-wheel SUV. Now, right now, the Rivian R1S dual motor all-wheel drive starts at $74,900. Whew! But standard pack, baby. So it's actually very reasonably priced. It has 270 miles and it's their standard pack. They just released it and it's a much more affordable price. Now, I've had the opportunity to review a good amount of cars over time, and I always say the same thing when I get into a car that isn't a Tesla. When you get a car, you're paying for a car. You get the luxurious features, all that fun stuff, but it's still a car. However, with Tesla, you get a computer on wheels. You have great software. It's very customer tuned and it gives you so many options and it makes it fun to drive. And I haven't found anyone close to Tesla in that aspect until Rivian. Now, they aren't copying Tesla or anything. However, I feel like they're parallel to Tesla. They're doing their own thing, but they're focusing on the user with their software, making it better every time. And at the time, I couldn't get over the fact, which is why I pretty much passed on getting a Rivian, was I had to only charge at third-party stations or the Rivian Adventure Network. However, that's all moot now because now you could charge at Tesla superchargers as well as their super fast speed Adventure Rivian networks. So let's talk about today, 2024. They have the truck. They have a beautiful three-wheel SUV. What's the one thing Rivian needs for most people? A Model Y equivalent, a more affordable, smaller SUV that still does the job, but that isn't as expensive as, say, a Tesla Model X. Enter the Rivian R2. Now, Rivian invited me to the event, which I'm going to later today. I'm super excited, so we'll see what future Chris has to say about everything. But from the specs, it seems like it's a much more affordable Rivian. They do have the standard pack now, so I'm sure they might integrate the standard pack into the R2, but it's a Rivian, and I think it's definitely something I'm highly interested in. So before we get ahead of ourselves, let's go to the event, and I'll see you guys there. So we're on our way to the Rivian R2 D2 event. I'm just kidding, R2 event. I'm so excited. Can't wait. So we are in beautiful Laguna Beach. Got the Rivians everywhere. It's crazy. There's so many Rivians. Everyday Jan's dropping me off in a Tesla. I gotta park far away so people don't know I'm in a Tesla. Fun! So many Rivians. Look at all these Rivians. I wonder if RJ Scaringi's Rivian's here. Rivian. Rivian. Look at these. They're so sexy. Almost 9 a.m.
You're welcome.
Thank you. So nice. Hi there. Hi. Hi there. Got people up there. No one's waving back at me. There we go. The CEO, Mr. RJ. This is so cool. The doors are now closed, so nobody can use the bathroom. They even said, I have to go to the bathroom now. Woo! Holy, it's happening. RJ! So good. Look at all that space.
You just saw the second row seats fold flat, but also the first row seats fold flat. The first row seats
what?
And we have a lot of feedback from R1. And one of the points of feedback was a desire for a glove box.
Wow, glove box. 2 glove box. What?
So exciting is the way we've looked at the controls.
Wow, looks good.
These really nice large wheels and the scroll wheels and the steering wheel, there's dynamic haptic feedback. So it allows us to adjust what it's feeling like when you're scrolling, and it's magical.
What? 45? So cheap. Wow. R2 sibling? R3? What? Another one? No way! Wow! The Hyundai Ioniq! Cool.
How did they keep this a secret?
Oh, cool. That's awesome. Flashlight?
You still have a flashlight.
Still has the flashlight. Holy.
We talked about platform flexibility. Hopefully you're seeing that here between R2 and R3. But there's one more thing.
What?
And looking at R3, we wanted to take everything that's embodied and put it into an even higher performance package. And this is something we call R3X.
What? R3X? Oh my! Woo-hoo! Like a Mini Cooper.
This is the vehicle.
Wow, 3 of them.
Awesome.
So cool.
Now that the live stream's off, what you're all wondering is, do we get to drive this? But we are going to invite everybody to come up on stage. You can take a look at them.
But this is the main event. The R2 is sexy. It looks so good. They kept all the stuff. I thought it would be like a rundown budget-friendly version, but they kept like everything. And it's still a good size. I'm 6'3", and it's still like up here. So it's not that small. It feels bigger than the Model Y for sure. Wow, beautiful seats. Decent front size too. All the seats can go down, so perfect for camping, full flats. Camp mode, so it's easy on the eyes. Oh my God. All right, so I literally just got back from the Rivian R2 reveal. R2? Should I say R2? R3? R3X reveal? It was so much fun. The biggest question I had was, is it gonna be like Tesla where they take a luxurious model like the Model X, strip it down to the basics like the Model Y, make it very simple, make it very clean, easy production, all that stuff, remove all the unnecessary features like the speakers, the flashlight, no wood trim, just basic at a reasonable price point. However, RJ, you did it again. It was awesome. One quote that RJ said really spoke out to me. He said, say yes to things that scare you. And that's applicable to life as well as just, you know, what Rivian is known for. And everybody I talked to, everyone I asked, whenever they say, oh, I have a Rivian, the first thing we think about is outdoor nature. It gets me outside, gets me into the outdoors, and it's just something that it's a feeling you don't really feel in any other car. It's the same thing with the new R2 D2. They have all the similar features as the more expensive R1S model. However, they really did a great job with everything. From the interior texture, which is still wood, to the door panels, to the trim, it still feels very premium, but at a reasonable price point. So a couple things that they don't have the built-in speaker that you can remove, but they still have the flashlight, which is awesome. They also don't have, and this is probably the biggest selling point, is the adaptive suspension like the R1S that can raise or lower. However, the beauty with the R2 is that it already has a really good ground clearance and you get much bigger wheels. So the chief designer said they wanted to make the car a car that they can take on road, but also off-road as well. And it's not going to be as capable as the R1S and go crazy off-roading, but if you need to go off-roading with the R2, you can. And that's just so awesome. Like, I was expecting something like super expensive, but at the price point, it's such a great vehicle. The design team really did a great job though, but they wanted to keep as much as they could with the R1S and transfer to the R2. And one cool thing, for instance, was if you ever driven an R1S or if you have an R1S, one thing a lot of people like to do is they like to put the tailgate down as well as the top and just kind of sit there, have nice shade or whatever. The R2 doesn't do that. However, the R2, the rear hatch window goes down and the whole thing comes up. Instead of having 2 gates, which costs more money, the bottom platform of the trunk can actually be moved into like a giant table or a sitting area, or if you want to change a kid's diaper or something like that. And that's so cool. There's just so many features of the R2 that they still carried on over from the R1S. It's awesome also that the charger is now the NACS charger, which is Tesla's North American charging standard plug. But overall, I'm super happy. 2026 is perfect for us because it's a perfect time for me to get more content with the Model Y and then eventually trade that in for the R2. And let's not forget, the R3 and the R3X is so cool. It reminds me of a Mini Cooper, but bigger. It's definitely for people who like those rally car feeling where it's like a nice compact mini SUV that can do whatever you want to do. The R3X though is a game changer. It has so many nifty features. It reminds me of like rock climbing. The materials and textures they use is so cool. Beefier wheels. I think the R3X is probably one of the coolest cars ever. And then they were talking about it like, is it a sedan? Is it an SUV? But they want the R3 to be its own segment. So when you look at it, you're like, oh, that's an R3. So overall, it's so cool. I'm so happy to be invited, and I think it was just a great experience overall, just to be with other Rivian owners and just see how awesome it was that RJ was able to share all these stuff and new stuff. It felt like an Apple event. I really miss that. You know, Apple doesn't do that anymore, and then Tesla doesn't do that. So it's nice that Rivian showed us these cool new features. So in 2026, when it does come, I'm so ready to drive it, do videos on it, because their technology is getting better and it's gonna be another computer on wheels. So there you have it, guys. It was a super fun event, so many surprises, but we already put in our order for the R2. We're so excited to get it. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I'll see you guys next time.